Hey, buddy. How's it going this morning, pal? Did you have a good night? Come out here and say hello. How's it going, buddy? So today's video is going to be a very special kind of video. You see, because today's video is one of those special 360-degree videos that I've made before in the past. So if you're watching this video on your phone or tablet, you can move your phone or tablet around and you can look and see all sorts of different things on the farm. If you're watching this video on your computer, you can actually move and scroll around using either the arrow keys or your mouse. And if you're watching this video on a virtual reality headset, like an Oculus or something, you're gonna have the best possible experience. It's almost gonna be like you're here. Every so often, I like to make these videos to give people like this immersive experience. If you're watching this video though on your television, you might want to watch it somewhere else because I think it's like the hardest way to interact with it. And this is going to be an interactive video. For those that don't know me, my name is Morgan Gold and I am the proprietor of Goldshaw Farm. We're a duck, goose, chicken, tree, cattle farm here in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. We're about 50 miles south of the Canadian border and we're about a 10-minute drive to the New Hampshire border. My wife and I started this farm about 4 years ago in the spring of 2018, and we've been slowly but surely building it up. I have no background in agriculture, and so it's been a lot of doing and learning at the same time. Our farm is a 160-acre former dairy farm. We've got about 50 acres or so that's in pasture or some sort of open space, along with about 110 acres of forest. We have a roughly 500 tree permaculture orchard that you can see down below here. We have a man-made pond, we have a bird yard, we have a garden. We've got kind of all the basics that you'll find on any sort of good, small, diversified farm. Good morning, Abby Dabby Doo. How are you doing, sweetheart? Good to see ya. Did you have a good night? Yeah, I think you did. This is one of those interesting mornings where it's like 75 degrees and humid already, and it's like 6:15 in the morning. This is gonna be a fun one. All right, let's let our ducks out. Release the Quacken! Yeah, you can see they're a nice little happy family of ducklings. Here's our family of goslings over here. So we have the buffs. Our last buff gosling is getting pretty close to grown up. And then I don't know if you can see in the far background there, you got Rosie and her babies who've started to grow up. Yeah, let's see if I can get you a better look at them. Aren't they adorable? The spot that I'm standing in right now used to be the home of the hoop coop. I've fully taken it apart. I returned the hardware to my friend. And actually in the next couple of days, I'm going to start the process of building the new hoop coop. This is pretty exciting. It's going to be twice the size of the old one. It's going to be about 20 feet wide and 100 feet long. That should be more than enough space for all of my birds this winter. My plan is to house the chickens, ducks, and geese all together. I might partition it a little bit, but they'll be all in one spot. And then the dogs are going to take over the duck house. I'm still fine-tuning this watering setup. Like, I don't have a good way to clamp the hoses to the pools. If I can figure that out, this is going to be amazing. Just as I flick this on, I've got the cattle water going and all the duck water going all at once. Like I said, I'm still fine-tuning this a little bit. I also have a leak in my hydrant right now, and that's creating some problems for me too. I've tried replacing the packing in it. It doesn't seem to work. I don't know, I'm gonna have to come up with a better idea. Abby, come! Release whatever random assortment of birds I'm calling this group. Would you look at that? Our tiny little duck family is out there in the pond, and they're with some of the teenager ducks too. Can you guys spot the tiniest duckling? That little one that seems to be doing really well with its older brothers and sisters. Abby, don't go in there. It's so gross. Please don't. Abby, no. At some point, I'm going to figure out a way to get constant flow of water in there, because I believe that that's what the pond truly needs to function as a good year-round pond. Come on, Abby dog. Let's go. We're going to go visit the cattle and chickens now. Oh, right after you do your business. Poor girl. Let's give her some privacy, huh? I should get you guys more food later today. Hey, girl. How'd you guys get eggs over there, huh? Good girl. Yeah. Lick my hands, please. They're all gross. Good girl. Good morning, Moo Crew. How's it going? Everybody have a good evening? And fence off so I don't get jacked. Abby, come. Come on. Leave the chickens alone. Time for the cows. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to open up the pasture a little bit more, but then tomorrow they're going to be on the other side of the pasture, so they'll be out of this. See who lets me brush them, huh? Anybody want brushing? Ariel, I know you're for brushing. Annabelle, you seem curious today. You let me brush you? Set that bucket down there. Give me a couple of these. on. Come on. Brush it. No, that's a negative. Okay. Kurt, well, you're occupied with that bucket. No? Okay. Yeah, good girl. Abby, step, Abby. Hey, go, Abby. No. Good girl. Hey, cows. Come on, cows. Hey, cows. Come on, cows. Fresh grass. Come on. You can see this has been their trail of chomping. They've done a great job clearing this stuff out. Even, that was like a huge thicket of goldenrod. They cleared that out. Hey, cows. Come on, cows. Let's go. Fresh grass. Hey, cows, fresh grass, come on. Come on, cows, fresh grass, let's go. Abby, tranquilo, tranquilo. Abby, tranquilo. Hey, cows, fresh grass, come on. Saying hi to everybody at home there, Jimmy? Huh? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, you don't say, Curtis. Hey, cows, fresh grass, come on. Hey, cows, fresh grass, come on. Abby, don't play. Sit. Sit. Good girl. It's interesting to see how, I think those are like wild morning glories that are growing up the fence. The cattle, as they've been coming through, have been munching them down, which is good. They grow too tall, they run the risk of shorting out my electrical wire. That's not good. So my wife Allison worked a shift at the hospital overnight last night, and so today it's my job to go through the garden and harvest what we got. And boy, let me just tell you, there's a lot of good stuff in here today. I can see it. It's like going to the supermarket. I get to figure out what I'm gonna cook for the day. Oh wow, look at the squash. It's going crazy right now. So just to give you the rundown of a couple things that you're looking at here, right? So this is my wife's three sisters garden. She's got squash, bean, and corn all going together. And yeah, it seems like the squash has now gone insane. Wow, look at this. This is going to be great. The corn's coming up. Looks like we got a handful of ears. Doesn't look like we have the beans quite yet, but you can see they've completely trellised in over the corn. If you look down in there, right? Look, how we move this. You can see, I don't know, I think there's going to be like an acorn squash that we have growing here. Either acorn squash or maybe delicata. I don't know. But yeah, you can see all the squash blossoms going, and those blossoms ultimately turn into the fruit. Over here we have a lot of our eggplant and peppers. No production just yet. Here's the potatoes, and they're kind of cranking away. The leafy stuff I harvest as I need it when I'm cooking. So the way it works actually in our household is my wife does most, if not all, of the cleaning, and I do most, if not all, of the cooking. And so usually what I'll do is like I'll come out here, grab some kale, grab some chard, use that to prep with our dinner today. We got our onions over here, which I'm now just starting to come in here and pull them out and use them as I need them. Tomatoes, let's see, do we have anything to harvest tomato wise just yet? Couple cherry tomatoes getting close, but not exactly there. These guys should turn just a bit more orange. That one over there might be the only one just about ready, but I'll give it a couple more hours. But the one plant I know we have a lot to harvest here today is our summer squash. And I think these are yellow zucchinis, if I'm not mistaken. Take this one. Also take this one. Folks who've never seen how like a squash or a zucchini forms, it starts off as this flower. The flower gets pollinated, and then it starts to grow out, like you can see it right here. And so this is the old dead dying flower. This is the fruit now forming. You can see an even earlier version right here. Pretty cool, huh? And then ultimately, yeah, this is what you end up with. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have some more squash and zucchini, yellow zucchini, for dinner tonight. My little baby tree nursery is right over there, or actually, I got a patch over here. My apple tree orchard's over here, or apple tree nursery, I should say. My chestnuts are over there. Yeah, this year I'm doing 2 tree crops, apple and chestnut. They are surprisingly some of the most profitable things I do on my farm. Like if I was giving advice to somebody on the type of farm to start, tree farm, no doubt. Tree nursery, actually, probably more accurately. I hope you enjoyed this 360-degree tour of our farm. I'll make more of these so you can start to see our farm in different seasons like fall and winter. If you have questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. And if you want to see more 360 videos, check out one of these videos here.